Hi, my name is Miiko. I'm the author of the best-selling book, Learn to Read Hebrew in 6 Weeks. I've created a revolutionary method that teaches anyone to read Hebrew in 6 weeks. Since I've published my book, thousands of people around the world have learned to read Hebrew. I've heard from so many people via email and messaging what a difference it's made in their lives. A woman I've heard from who's lived in Israel for 20 years and was embarrassed to let anyone know that she can't read Hebrew. She can read her street sign now, and she can read all the street signs around. I heard from a homeschooling parent in America that their kids are sitting and reading the Hebrew Bible in the original Hebrew. I've heard from a guy who goes to the synagogue and he wasn't able to pray from the Hebrew prayer book, and now he can. The reason I can make this super easy method is because Hebrew is a very easy language. There are no tricks in Hebrew. Everything is very straightforward. Hebrew is a perfectly phonetic language, which means that the letters that you see are the letters that you read. There's no funny letter combinations like O-U-G-H. The rules are straightforward. There's no tricks. It's just super easy. And that's why people can do it. A lot of teachers overcomplicate the language, and there's no reason for it. So I've made a really simple method with a really simple language, and you can do it. My inspiration for teaching Hebrew is my students. Please reach out to me through the comments on this video or to my website. My website is learnhebrew.tv. That's learnhebrew.tv. Or my Instagram is also learnhebrew.tv. I'd love to know who you are, why you're watching, what your motivations are, and if you have any questions, you can always feel free to reach out. In these lessons, we'll learn everything that's in my book, Learn to Read Hebrew in 6 weeks. All the lessons are free. My website is free. All the information is free. I'm happy for people to know how to read Hebrew. If you want to have this in book form, it's a beautiful full-color book. It's great to have to remind yourself of all the lessons that we've learned. It's good for homeschooling. It's good as a gift. It's great for all kinds of reasons. And it's available on Amazon. It's a #1 bestseller in Hebrew language instruction. You can get the book by clicking this link. First, I'm going to show you a word in English, and we're going to start with what we know already and begin to learn what we don't know yet. Here's a really simple word in English, banana. You all know how to read this. From left to right, banana. Now in Hebrew, the main difference is that the words are read from right to left. It's the same word, we're just reading it from right to left. You can read that. Banana. Same word, just in a different direction. As you practice, your mind gets used to it. Just like people in places like England drive on one side of the road, and in America and Canada on the other side of the road, after a little while, they get used to it. But that's the first difference between reading in Hebrew and reading in English. In Hebrew, we read from right to left. The second difference is that in Hebrew, the vowels hang below the line. So you have the same word, banana, but instead of the vowels being next to the consonants, they're below the consonants. So we have the same word, ba, na, na. It's still the same word. It's all the same sounds. It's just read a little bit differently. So here we have ba, na, na. So first we read banana from left to right, and now we're reading it with the vowels hanging below the line. Now we're going to combine those two skills. We're going to read banana from right to left and with the vowels hanging below the line. So it's the same word. We're just getting our brain used to reading in a little bit of a different order, but it's the same word. Ba, na, na. We're reading from right to left, and we're reading the word with the vowels hanging below the line. But it's the same word, you see? You can still read it. Your brain just gets used to reading it a little bit differently. These are the two basic differences and are the basis for reading in Hebrew. The vowels hang below the consonants, and the words are read from right to left. And that's the end of Lesson 1. What we learned in Lesson 1 was that the words are read from right to left, and the vowels hang out below the line.